come in.
Ah, a new face. Please take a seat. Me? Surprised. Let's say it's not every day I see new customers. It's always refreshing. This place, I try to keep it as confidential as possible. I do not wish for all Paris to know about it. It wouldn't be good for my business otherwise. No, this is not why we meet at night time. But it could have been. No, we're open only at these hours because we function better at night. It's more convenient for us. Night owls, exactly. Now, tell me, what brings you here, to my family's office? Of course I know why someone would knock on my door, but I need to hear it from you. It would be quite damaging for myself and my siblings to encounter, for example, a police officer who would come here looking for information or trying to figure out what we deal with, and then inevitably try to arrest us. So please tell me, what do you need, stranger? This is so nicely put. Training material. I've never heard this one before. Usually people cut right to the chase. Not you, though. Interesting. I'm not sure if you're trying to toy with me or if you're just a first-timer in this business of mine. But pray tell, what do you mean by training material? Don't be shy. I can feel that you have it on the tip of your tongue. So say it. Say the word. A corpse, of course. We all need at least one in our lives, don't we? And tell me, what do you need this corpse for? Oh, corpses. Interesting. But let's talk about that later, shall we? For now, I just need to know a little bit more about yourself. Why? Simple. I do not work with just anyone. My family and I, we deal with the freshest bodies in the capital. We only work with people of interest, let's say. You see, many in this town need corpses. Feels like it's the best business to have at the moment, actually. So, many offices sell them or propose some help to retrieve them from either cemeteries or public executions. Though, I would advise against those. Because we're in France, and the guillotine doesn't offer whole bodies. The head's always missing. But I guess, depending on what you need the corpse for, you can leave the head aside. Now, tell me a bit more about who you are. From your age and demeanor, I'd wager that you're a medical student, like most corpse seekers. But I may be mistaken. Oh, right, my apologies. Dr. Frankenstein. Or I should say, future doctor. I didn't take the time to introduce myself. Though you probably know my name already. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. I am Celia de l'Évêque. I own this particular shop with my siblings. It's a pleasure to meet you. Oh, you know a little bit of French. I mean, of course you do. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to survive here. The French, we do not take the time and put in the effort to learn other languages. Why? Because we believe the French prevails, and let's face it, the European aristocracy has been speaking French for centuries. Hopefully, it won't be long before the rest of the world and social classes follow suit. How come do I speak English then? Ah, that's because I'm the exception that proves the rule. But my name, yes, de l'évêque, literally means of the bishop. Amusing when you know my area of expertise. The office. It's a family owned business, yes, passed down generations. We've been dealing with corpses and anything related to death for centuries. You know, undertakers, embalmers, priests, hence the name, and now body hunters. One could say that it runs in our blood. Sorry, that's some kind of private joke we do tell amongst ourselves. Well, as you can see, I am the face of the business. I meet with customers, make deals, write contracts, take care of the accounting, and the oh so fun administrative side of things. My brothers and sisters divide the rest between themselves: body hunting and retrieval, payment seeking, if not delivered on time. The more physical side of things. Body hunting, yes. You see, dear doctor, we do not only provide the freshest corpses in all Paris, we also provide exactly what you need. Let's say you want to research a specific muscle group to study, I don't know, running. Well, we'll find an athletic corpse for you. You need to study aging? We'll find an elderly dead man and an adult so you can compare the two. Of course, these services are more expensive than just snatching bodies from cemeteries at random. But price comes later. I need to understand what you need and what for. Why? Because I am curious. And in a way, my siblings and I, we care for those who bring to you. After all, they've had a life, friends, family. It's not just a piece of fresh meat we're bringing to the table. It's a brain that once felt and thought. I wouldn't wish for them to come across a psychopath or someone who wouldn't take proper care of them after passing. Meaning, a medical student with no empathy for what they once were and butchering a perfect cadaver. Am I talking about them as if I've known them? Maybe. Maybe that's how me and my siblings feel. Oh, yes, the freshness of the bodies. They won't be rotten, and some have not even reached rigor mortis yet. I believe it will be easier for you to handle them that way. No need to break bones to bend an arm or a leg. Because, let's be honest, the sound it makes is dreadful. The method of retrieval of such bodies is at our own discretion only. You see, Doctor, we wouldn't want competition to know how we do it. Wouldn't be good for the business. I can see the little gears turning inside your head. You're wondering how we managed to find particular cadavers and so nearly dead, aren't you? How do I know? Long years of experience, doctor, tell me a lot of things about customers. And at the end of the day, you all ask the same question. Not that the answer really matters to you, because what's important is for you to get your corpse and nothing else. But there's still a remaining of ethics, of empathy, lingering somewhere in your heart. And so you want to make sure, just for your peace of mind, do we purposely kill these people to sell them afterwards? Am I wrong? I have a counter question for you. If it were to be true that my brothers and sisters go out at night to fetch exactly what you need, for example, a blue eyed lady in her 30s, a tall man with grey eyes in his 20s, killing them so that the body won't get altered by either poison or a weapon, so it wouldn't disturb your research, but just, I don't know, drain them of their blood, keeping them intact in that way. And remember, I said if it were true. Would it make a difference to you? You taking that much time to answer is answer enough for me, doctor. See, I know your kind. Head full of knowledge and raging need for discovery, to maybe find something that nobody saw before you. The hunger for the medical field. It can transform you into a monster sometimes. But tell me, you said you need not one, but several corpses. Why? Usually students stick to one that will last them a month if kept properly according to our recommendations. An experiment? You've piqued my curiosity, doctor. What kind of experiment are we talking about? You can easily concede that experimenting on corpses isn't routine. You usually only dissect them, especially for a first-year medical student. Oh, you haven't told me you're in a first year. Really? And I thought you did. Otherwise, how would I know? Oh, don't get nervous. You're amongst friends here, of the scientific world. So, this experiment of yours. Do not worry. Nothing that is said between these walls will ever come out. My business relies on the utmost secrecy. How can you trust me? Fair question, doctor. I will never tell on you, because if I do, you could tell on me as a retaliation. I'd have too much to lose if all Paris knew of my business. It will put myself and my whole family in jeopardy, which is something I'd never, ever allow. So, I'm all ears. I see. Creating something new. Unique. A new life. So, this is why you need multiple corpses. To create one entity that you will bring back to life. By piecing together corpses' parts, like a puzzle, like a child creating a model of a human body. Something grand, something amazing. Something in which you imbue life. Did I understand you correctly, Doctor? No, I do not think you're mad. If anything, I think you're very ambitious. And also ridden with grief. A grief so powerful and strong that you want to take your revenge on life. You want to prove to the world and potentially God that you can master death, annul it, and bring back life where it's not supposed to be anymore. But there is something else. Your obsession led you to want more fame through scientific glory. You want to become the benefactor of humankind, the one and only doctor who cured death. I can read it in your eyes, in the tremor of your hands, the tapping of your foot on the floor, your heart beating so fast inside your chest, your mind swirling, spiraling, thinking about one thing and one thing only: your future creation. How do I know of this? I told you. Years of experience with customers. But I have to admit, I've never met anyone in my years of existence with a project like yours. Sure, people have always dreamed of defeating death, of becoming immortal, with potions, objects of magical nature, pacts with the devil, rituals of all kinds. Humans are so creative, especially when completely desperate and obsessed. But no one has ever succeeded. Or when they did, they got cursed by God Almighty, and their eternal life turned into an eternity of despair. You don't believe me, do you? Well, that's not surprising for a man of science like yourself. I can't blame you. But hear me out, Doctor. What you seek goes against the natural order. It can and will only bring chaos and most probably death to this world. The creature you want to bring back from the dead, the amalgamation of bodies, of lives, of experiences, of memories and knowledge, it will only bring wrath and distraction. Because it will be unique, one of its kind, a new kind. Something that it's not supposed to exist. Something that they will feel incredibly lonely and lost. I know, because deep down, I feel the same. My life feels like an eternity passed by, fleeting and absurd. Something that shouldn't be and yet is. Something that seeks contact with mankind, needs it and hates it at the same time. Something that's cursed beyond measure. But I digress. My apologies, Doctor. Fatigue has taken over, it seems. Give me a second to think, to consult with myself. You know what, Doctor? I will do something I do very, very rarely. I will offer the corpses you need. Yes, for free. Why? Because I'm curious. I've met so many who wanted the same outcome as you, rid the earth of death, without ever succeeding. And I have to admit, I've been feeling extremely bored lately. But your project makes my old heart beat faster again. So I want to help. I want to see where it leads. And maybe you'll be the one to show God that their own creation surpassed them. No, indeed. Nothing's really free. I want you to update me on the development of your experiment. I want to know how it goes, where it goes, and when it will finally reach its goal. And when it does, if it does, I want to witness it with my own eyes. Do we have a deal, Dr. Frankenstein? Perfect. Now, I will conceal some information in my book. Not to worry, it is heavily guarded. I just enjoy keeping a trace of what happens. With time, my memory becomes fuzzy sometimes. And you will have to tell me how many corpses you need and what kind. Then, I'll be able to send my dear siblings to hunt them down.